This is the part of today's event that participants usually rate the highest, discussion time. Participants are discussing and polling on what they're encouraged by, what they're concerned about, and what they think ought to be done next. Each table will have a discussion facilitated by a volunteer. Participants really appreciate the opportunity to have substantive conversation with others who care deeply about public schools' high performing. In addition to discussion time, each participant has a handheld polling device that they can use to respond to polling questions. Responses can be shown immediately after each question. Let's listen to some of the discussions.
Now we'd like to find out and give you some time to talk about what are two things you would like to most do next. You've got 8 minutes to discuss what sort of the things that you as a table or group think that you would like to do next, the top two. And then you're going to have a chance to vote on that.
Technology, materials, and books are not available to every student. That the teacher continued in the skit with the teens. The teacher continued to say, be sure to do your homework, and the kids' response was, we don't have books.
I mean, they're not gonna buy books, they're gonna buy a tablet. So like, really being able to meet the students where they're at technologically and being a part of that, that I didn't see that in this. I didn't see that recognition in this report. So I think that needs to be something that we keep in mind.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about like your school and were those results really typical of what you experience in the school day in the classroom?
Yes, I would honestly have to say yes, but just being that like sometimes it's in an urban setting basically. So when you're in an urban setting, you have kids that are, just a little bit more or less willing to do things because they go through a lot more than what other students do. And teachers might not have that understanding of the fact that students do go through things at home and they don't know how to control maybe their anger or just their feelings when they're at school. So it's like they might slack off, but then they get back on their feet and then they want to do their work. And teachers like, well, I already know that the student's going to do this, so they're not too tempted to call.
We're going to take just a minute here to vote. So again, this is a vote for two things. So the first one gets weighted more than the second. It's your top two activities that you would like to most do next with the information you've learned today. Without any further ado, are you ready to be part of the solution?